Welcome back to Masters of Brickjitzu. Legends of Ninjago here with a special early look at set 71771, the Crystal King Temple. Thank you so much to Masters of Brickjitzu and the Land for giving me the opportunity to review this set. All opinions on this set are my own. This set contains 703 pieces and retails for $79.99 USD. This set will launch in LEGO stores everywhere but North America on June 1st and will launch in the United States, Mexico, and Canada on August 1st. This build contains two distinct sections. We have the front steps and the core build. No, not that core. The front steps are made up of four separate platforms connected by an L-shaped base. Looking up to the right, we see a set of platforms meant to represent floating rocks. While I appreciate that these platforms exist, I'm not the biggest fan of the use of the black Technic axles, and wish they would have used a transparent set of bricks to better show the floating aspects. However, I do absolutely love this new crystalline piece. According to the back of the box, it is supposed to function as a booby trap of sorts to stop the ninja from getting their hands on all of the golden weapons. And speaking of which, atop the second rock, we have the second of the new golden weapons. This is a sword of fire, sitting on a 1x2 arch that looks a bit like an anvil. Well, I think it looks a little bit off. I don't hate the look. I'll be curious to see what you guys think and what you guys will do to mod it once you guys get your hands on it. Heading back over to the left of the build, we have a set of moving stairs that is triggered by this switch. While it's a simple function, I think it's a really neat play feature meant to disorientate the ninja. The upper set of stairs hangs off the platform with a simple ball and clip build, and I don't know why, but I think that's really cool. Atop this platform, we have an arch representing another of the golden weapons, the Nunchucks of Lightning. While these new handles are a bit clunky in my opinion, I'm excited to see how they're used elsewhere. The Nunchucks are protected by a simple and effective booby trap that shoots off the unlucky ninja into the unknown. The U-shaped top cleverly uses three 4x4 macaroni tiles to create a unique flair for the pinnacle of this portion of the build. We also have a small dragon build adorning the top of that, making great use of this transparent jumper piece and the roller skate piece. Good dragon, I love you. At the base, we have another of the crystalline pieces that, from a certain angle, hides the unsightly Technic beam used to hold this portion of the build up. Turning the front around, we see a plethora of what I consider to be missteps in design, from the excess amount of Technic holes to the light gray tiles under the moving steps, and this exposed stair function. I think a bit more work could have gone a long way to clear this up, but that's for another video. The main portion of this build rests on four transparent magenta Technic beams. While I applaud the new color, my earlier sentiment applies here too. I would have preferred bricks over Technic. However, given the need for a sound and sturdy structure for this floating island, I'll look past it for now. The floating island has a few interesting building techniques used to build out the base and give it a proper floating rock feel. Another purple carpet leads to the last of the new golden weapons, the gorgeously redone Scythe of Quakes. Off to the left, we have one of the most unique portions of the set, the floating crystal prison using a tensegrity technique. I definitely didn't have to use a YouTube video to learn how to pronounce that. This technique first caught my eye in 2020 and really became popular around LEGO fans really quick. Seeing this finally produced in an official LEGO set is really cool, if not a little overdue. I hope to see LEGO use it more in the future, however I hope that they find a better way to integrate this, as the littlest nudge to the chain in the wrong direction will cause the prison to lean heavily to one side or the other. And while not showing on the instructions or the back of the box, these upside-down studs suggest the prison is supposed to suspend an unfortunate ninja likewise. However, a ninja fits regardless of its orientation in the prison. Making our way up to what can only be described as a set of stairs, we make it to the zenith of the temple, the Crystal King's throne room. This section of the build comes alive with golden crystals and to me is easily the best portion of this set. The throne itself uses a snot technique, studs on the side, to give it almost a ribcage feel. The throne itself also struts a crystal on the back, as well as a sticker sporting the crystalline logo of what could possibly be the true identity of the Crystal King. This arch is using upside-down light poles, angled on a 1x1 golden clip to create a really nice shape that gives off the most sinister of vibes. Let's take a look at those minifigures. First off, we have Kai. Like the other three ninja in this set, Kai sports an exclusive outfit with some absolutely amazing printing all around. Moving on to Cole, we see a similar pattern to that of Kai's, only done in orange and gray and black. The detail on these is just absolutely astonishing. These four ninja all share a similar design style. While obvious, the colors really do give each of their own ninja a unique feel. Jay stands out more due to the coloring of his head wrap. This head wrap inverses the colors previously used on his Secrets of Forbidden Spinjitzu headpiece, as well as other headpieces using the dark blue as the base and the light blue as the band. The white letter symbols really pop off these head wraps. Next up, we have Avenged Stone Warrior. These are the new army builders of this wave, and wow, I don't think I've ever been so impressed by the visual detail of a head mold in my life. These definitely give off a heavy dragon feel. The gunmetal gray, matched with the vibrant magenta, really just make this figure stand out, and not only across this wave, but Ninjago as a theme. The warrior sports a new transparent armor piece that's seen throughout this wave and has some absolutely stunning detail. In the middle of the torso, we also see the Crystal King's icon, and cracks of the still yellow Vinchstone used in the middle and on the right leg. Oh, and did I mention, we don't have one, but two transparent magenta arms, and a transparent magenta leg? Oh man. Lastly, and certainly not least, the four-armed variation of the Crystal King, and wow. Oh, freaking wow. This figure is stunning. The golden ribcage printing further pieces the puzzle of the new Crystal King's identity. And the head of the Crystal King, like his minions, features a dragon motif, and is clipped to a new helmet used by a few other characters in this wave. This variation has long horns compared to the variation the Crystal King set with short horns. And underneath the mask, the identity of the Crystal King becomes apparent. Back from the darkest depths of Ninjago, the Overlord has seemingly returned once more. You may have noticed I skipped the discussion on the stickers. On both this sticker and these two, we see these weird sideways U shapes, and you may be asking yourself, what are those? And those are just merely small graphics taken from the 2021 Legacy Overlord figure, and I don't know why I love this small detail, I just do. Now let's address the elephant in the room. The size versus the price. For $80 USD, this isn't particularly a big set. It has a couple of issues visually, namely the amount of random exposed Technic holes as well as the odd and inconsistent coloring choices. Mostly just the dark blue using little bits here and there throughout the set. However, what I think it lacks in size it makes up for in large new pieces, as well as new recolors and these 4 exclusive ninja variants. Not to mention it's really, really creative. The only set that even remotely reminds me of this is Tiger Widow Island, and that's just because of its one island floating portion. From a top-down view, you can even see how these angle pieces on the front of the main build are used to properly get the front portion positioned against it. It's just the small things with the set. To me, there's plenty of space to pose figures and have fun. The action figures, while feeling a bit like a last-minute ad due to their integration, work as intended. The landing on the core portion of this temple is a bit small for my hands, but should be just fine for children with smaller hands, or even adults with smaller hands. Who am I to judge? This set is the only location-based set of this wave, and I think it's a truly must-get, even if that means waiting for it to go on sale a little bit. At the time of this recording, the show hasn't aired, and the set has me hyped to see what this location has to bring to the wider Ninjago universe. So, what do you think? Excited to see the seeming return of the Overlord? Let me know what you think down in the comments, and while you're down there, don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked the review. Keep an eye out for new 2022 Ninjago Crystalized sets coming your way. Until next time, I'm Legends of Ninjago, and don't forget, fear the Crystal King.